UK Tzu Chi volunteers deliver warmth to a nursing home and a woman's halfway home. China Tzu Chi volunteers revisit the flood-affected area to show care to locals in need. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Maggie Tsai. Thank you for joining us. The New Year is rapidly approaching and the festive atmosphere is quite strong. Tzu Chi volunteers in the United Kingdom send warmth to a nursing home, a woman's halfway home, and a trailer park where many gypsies live.
After the rain, the temperature drops sharply. Braving the cold wind, Tzu Chi volunteers go to a trailer park that suffered flooding 4 years ago, sending warmth to the residents.
I really appreciate this London family for giving me this opportunity to come here in such cold weather. When I see everyone here, I understand the meaning of counting one's own blessings while seeing others suffering. I will cherish everything I have and share them with everyone.
Living in a trailer, gypsies rarely interact with other people, yet they are familiar with the volunteers. The woman heard volunteers coming and told them that she was ill, and the volunteers sent her blessings through the window. Women living in a halfway home are mostly emotionally unstable and often bite their nails. The free service of the manicurist made them happy. Sarah said enthusiastically. Having been homeless for 4 years, she put aside her unhappiness and wrote a poem.
When you think of me alone, think together of us all alone. Being alone as one, we will stand alone together. I can't believe he made us very happy today, and there's more people in the world less fortunate. I don't even feel like I deserve with all the happiness and we had and joy here, and we're laughing here with you and we have you here. I'm thinking of the video scene about the other people in the world.
I feel quite emotional. Like there is a lady with a wound on her face, yet she can still say words of blessings to everyone. It seems that her heart is a bit open to us. I feel very happy.
To prevent the elderly from being lonely, Guo Chunning went to the nursing home to visit the elderly. He has a special connection with a grandma.
She is very lonely over there. Every time when I visit there, she can recognize me. She treats me like her son. And once she said to me, "Child, bring me back." Then I cried terribly because I have no parents. They died a long time ago, so I was very touched.
Love is caring and companionship. Volunteers are willing to be the support for the elderly.
Tzu Chi volunteers pay a regular visit to the nursing homes, caring for the seniors. During the holiday season, some volunteers even dressed up in Santa Claus suits, creating the holiday vibe for the seniors. They also designed some warm-up sessions, encouraging the seniors to do some exercise together.
Tzu Chi volunteers pay regular visit to the seniors in nursing homes. This was their last visit at the end of the year, and it was full of holiday vibe.
The seniors who live in nursing homes schedule their own daily routine. For instance, some of them like to watch television when they wake up in the morning. But if we could arrange some activities for them, they will feel very happy every day.
Since the seniors who live in nursing home often sit in chairs, volunteers designed some warm-up session for them, encouraging the seniors to move around and have some exercise.
The seniors often sit in their chairs and leg exercise, so if we encourage them to move around, they'll grow more muscles. They could also develop some of their potential, and their muscles will become more functional.
These seniors don't need much. They feel satisfied when they see you look at them with love and hug them to cheer them up.
Meanwhile, during the holiday blessing season, volunteers from the Zhongzheng district also invited to Taipei City He'an Nursing Home multiple long-term care services to care for the seniors, and the seniors show their joy through their smiling faces.
I feel happy seeing the volunteers come here since the senior smile never stops. And when people come and play with these seniors, they're more energetic.
Some of the seniors don't like to stay close to others, but today I try to encourage them to come out and join some activities together and it turned out they had pretty good interactions.
Volunteers sang songs with the seniors and had close interaction with each other. They embraced each other with sincerity, just like one family.
As Dharma Master Cheng Yen continues her tour, she has come to Changhua Jing Si Hall, while there Tzu Chi volunteers perform sutra adaptation. A TIMA member, Dr. Wang Shengchao, and his wife, who is a former Tzu Ching, have decided to walk the Bodhisattva path together. Another recycling volunteer also shared his life-changing story.
Wang Shengchao performs a sutra adaptation piously. In the past, he was a troubled person in others' eyes. He often argued with others as well as smoked and drank alcohol always.
I drank alcohol as tea when I was working. I got drunk every day.
In fact, it was because his child was sick and he didn't know how to face it. In the dark, Tzu Chi brought light to his life. After receiving Tzu Chi's help and the volunteers' encouragement, he stayed away from bad habits and started doing recycling.
Tzu Chi is really like a big sun. It lightened me up in winter, making me very warm.
Dr. Wang Shengchao also performed religiously with firm eyes. His wife is a former member of Tzu Ching. They cultivate their minds and blessings together. And also, Dr. Wang has joined TIMA for 3 years and has served many vulnerable patients.
Through TIMA, we can help the patients at least to alleviate their sufferings.
Being able to serve all sentient beings is mostly blessed. The seed of wisdom has been sowed in volunteers' hearts.
人人记得手中拿的那一刻，师父为你们受证，那样的花心绿愿，是此愿呐，是要代代相传呐。
Being the disciples of Master Cheng Yen, they also have self-expectation to study the Dharma heart and to spread Buddhism in future.
In one talk at the Changhua Jing Si Hall in Taiwan in the afternoon with Master Cheng Yen, the volunteers shared with the master how they have been helping the physically challenged students of Homemade Experimental School to travel between their homes and the school.
Tzu Chi volunteers have been helping these students to board and to alight the train as their own children for 15 years.
I am truly moved. In addition to having a kind heart, these volunteers also persevere and are zealous.
Some of the students cannot walk freely, so you must be careful when you help them walk, because they might be injured in certain ways. Those who cannot walk, we will put them in wheelchair.
The volunteers are like bodhisattvas on earth, helping whoever is needed wherever they go.
有这样的组队，那咱做一个，咱都去做。孩子是需要大家来疼惜。
TIMA has been holding free clinics for homeless people for 10 years, since 2009.
We provide the biggest assistance to homeless people with free clinics. A step further is we can spread the Dharma wisdom to them. We also hope that one day they can also give help to other people.
TIMA members kneel down to heal homeless people and also give treatment for the elderly recycling volunteers. The volunteers vow that they will continue serving the public with free haircut and free head clinics, and also continue to learn the Dharma so they can have it in their minds.
In China, Tzu Chi volunteers gathered in Fushun to deliver winter supplies for impoverished students. Back in 1995, this area was flooded, and Tzu Chi Foundation had distributed aid supplies to help the affected residents. Years had passed out, many residents still remember Tzu Chi's kind acts.
In northeastern China, the temperature is still as low as 18 below 0 degrees Celsius. The volunteers are busy organizing their winter aid supplies. Shenyang Tzu Chi volunteers have been caring for impoverished residents at Qingyuan High School in Fushun. This time, the volunteers also delivering warmth in the harsh winter here.
Tzu Chi volunteers not only deliver supplies, they also provide mental support. After I graduate, I will also pass the love forward.
After the ceremony is over, Tzu Chi volunteers help carry the supplies as they worry that the materials might be too heavy for the children. Mrs. Liu, who was a flood survivor in 1995, has always kept in mind the kindness of the Tzu Chi volunteers.
In 1995, Tzu Chi helped us in the aftermath of floods. This year, Tzu Chi volunteers have been providing scholarship at Qingyuan High School. My children is also attending high school. I feel a special connection with Tzu Chi.
Mrs. Liu has kept a flower bag given by Tzu Chi years ago to remind herself of Tzu Chi's help. She did not throw it away even though it has been patched up when broken.
You have warmed up our hearts. It is more than a material aid. The warmth in one's heart is irreplaceable.
Most of the residents in the area have gone through the flood that took place 24 years ago. Dai Shiyao, who was born after the flood, was taught by her mother to harbor gratitude.
I told my children, regardless of whether we have achievements or not, we must pass on the kindness and faith.
Although it is cold in the plains, Tzu Chi volunteers' love and warmth have warmed the hearts of the residents. This positive affinity, which was formed more than 20 years ago, will continue to bring people closer together.
During the 2 days of the holiday, Zhangzhou Tzu Chi volunteers mobilized 519 people to send winter gifts to the local residents, and 1,046 families have received them. One of the residents, who was a grandma who was in her 80s, still kept the quilts that she got from the past. The warmth once again warmed the hearts of the local residents.
On the streets before New Year, Tzu Chi volunteers in blue and white uniform brought gifts to the local residents. Taking care of her grandchild alone, Wang Shengchao was moved with tears.
We have no money to buy these goods by ourselves. They are very useful for our family, so I'm very happy.
A solitary Wu Ruiling made her own living by doing odd jobs. Her bicycle was not only full of Tzu Chi's gifts, but also the warm greetings that she mostly needed.
I'm not just pleased for the gifts you gave me, but our precious friendship. You treated me so well that it could not be simply reciprocated with just a thank you. I feel very warm and sweet. Bless you. Wish you all safe and well.
Zhangzhou Tzu Chi volunteers utilize their 2-day weekend to deliver love and warmth to the local residents. More than 1,000 of local households have received their supplies. Some residents even arrived early in the morning by walking 40 minutes on foot, yet they didn't feel cold at all under the chilly weather. Volunteers' warmth and care also opened Grandpa Ling Yingshan's heart. In the past, he never allowed others to care for him.
He never let his neighbors care for him. Even sometimes when his neighbors held wedding ceremonies, he never accepted the gifts. But today, he said that he was willing to accept these supplies.
Volunteers assisted him to carry the materials back to his home and helped make his bed.
Try to sit on this. Isn't it soft? You would feel warm when you sleep on it at night. It is warm and soft.
A senior Grandma Jiang was familiar with Tzu Chi's care. She was still using the kilt that Tzu Chi sent her for more than 7 years ago. Tzu Chi's love and care will continue to accompany these residents every winter.
In China, senior Chen Wenxi faced life's challenges when his son left home after his business failed. Chen was left with a huge debt, and he even attempted suicide. Fortunately, after joining the ranks of Tzu Chi recycling volunteers, he found a new meaning in life. He not only rides a tricycle to collect recyclables, he has also invited his friends and family to join.
The 70-some-year-old senior rides the tricycle to do recycling.
In the beginning, the neighbors thought that I was collecting recyclables because my family was facing financial difficulties. They thought I carried recyclables to sell them, but in fact, I was doing a good deed.
In 2008, his son's factory went bankrupt and his son ran away from home. The father was left with huge debt and facing hardship at an elderly age.
I was concerned about my granddaughter. In fact, I attempted suicide 2 to 3 times. I did not want to live a life as hopeless.
From doing recycling, he changed his mindset. As he protects the environment, he also healed his mental wound.
Recycling brothers, she chooses to do the heaviest job. This is my aunt. This is my in-law, the mother of my granddaughter's husband.
He has inspired his relatives, friends, and neighbors to do recycling. His wife sweeps the streets. He's willing to clean the public restroom, which desperately needs cleaning. As it gets dark, people gather at Changhua Jing Si house. The neighbors gather there to watch DaAi television. In the past years, his son has also reconnected with him.
We earn money with hard work. This way, we live a down-to-earth life.
When his granddaughter was in high school, she was a Tzu Chi scholarship recipient. After graduating from school, she's now working as a kindergarten teacher.
The broader the mind, the more blessed one is. You need to open up your mind and accept other people. As you accept other people's differences, you will build up a better relationship with him. Then you will gain blessings.
At 3:30 in the morning, he picks vegetables to sell. Earning little money, he's leading a down-to-earth life.
With the will, you will make the vow. With the vow comes the strength and blessings. Therefore, we say we should give of ourselves willingly.
The vegetable garden is thriving. Having risen above life's challenges, Chen has started a new chapter of his life.
Taiwan has many rivers and a wide watershed as water is inseparable from our living environment. However, according to the Taiwan Freshwater Fish Red Book, 42% of Taiwan's native fish species are threatened. One of the reasons is the invasion of foreign fish species, which makes it difficult for some native fish to survive.
Upstream of the Tianliao River in Keelung City, the rain continues and the water flows fast. A member of the National Ocean University conducts a routine river survey, checking the net he has put in the water for 20 hours.
这2个都是目前危害台湾河川原生鱼。当然底下我们也抓了一些乌锅鱼，也是在这个溪里、河里。
At another location in the middle and lower reaches of the Keelung River, an even bigger fish was pulled out, which required lots of effort.
This is an invincible fish from the Amazon River in South America. You can see that it has such a hard shell. What kind of fish in Taiwan can bite it? Now the situation is horrible as Taiwan's main river have these sucker-mouthed catfish, and upstream has tilapia, which is ruining the ecosystem. Our ecology rarely has such a large species. We are generally small shrimps or tadpoles.
New Taipei City's Shizi District, 2.7 kilometers upstream of Keelung Lake, is Green Lake, where native fish species once thrived and prospered. Now many foreign species have come here.
Tilapias are now here along with Brazilian turtle and koi.
By the lake, an ecological signboard tells people that it is the habitat of the native species Metsia formosae, but in recent years, almost no one has seen it.
The fry of the paradise fish, or Metsia formosae, were eaten by koi or tilapia, and then after a while it may have disappeared, but then we don't know if it is gone or not.
Metsia formosae is the epitome of 262 native fish species in Taiwan. The Taiwan Freshwater Fish Red Book Directory actually surveyed 95 species ranging from extinction to close to threatened, with up to 40 species accounting for 42%. The reasons range from environmental pollution and habitat destruction to alien species that have been artificially introduced, leading to ecological changes. Tropical fish species usually grow fast, have strong defense and attack mechanisms, and are good at getting food and finding habitats.
Some large catfish have been introduced. Taiwanese torpedo snakehead have caused problems. These cichlids are from Mozambique and Nile estuary, and the armored catfish has all entered all of the major river systems.
Conservation is simply a race against time. When small fish are hatched, they are moved to a secret location. DaAi TV was the first to expose this institute in northern Taiwan. Chen Yishong has artificially reproduced nearly 30 native and endemic species, including nationally critically endangered species, becoming a sort of Noah's Ark. The mystery of nature is far beyond what people know. However, even if they are released back into the wild, their condition remains critical. Xi's Green Lake, continuing into the mountains for 11.5 kilometers, is an 1,800 square meter dream lake, which is the only wild paradise for Metzia formosae in Taiwan outside of Yilan.
只要用一根手指头轻拍水面，
你看就过来了。
整群的细边就会往这个地方靠过来。
Liao Yuanxing inherited this lake as more than 100 years ago his ancestors dug small water ponds into a larger lake for family irrigation and drinking. 17 years ago, under the assessment and recommendation of the Society of Wilderness, he accepted the stocking of Metzia formosae and rehabilitated the paradise fish. However, he saw that people manipulated exotic fish species and destroyed local ecology.
Many fishermen think that the snakehead has lots of power and is fun to catch, so they release it everywhere so they can have fun fishing.
就是为了他们的兴趣，为了他们好玩。
Fortunately, after years of hard work, nearly 10,000 native fish have been successfully restored here. In ecosystems, humble and weak species also contribute to biodiversity. There are many rivers in Taiwan, and if there are fewer species, this can affect the environment.
When we talk about compassion, we want all species to stay instead of putting tigers into the forest, which will eat up all our little rabbits and sheep. We may not have many opportunities to restore the environment, so we should use every opportunity possible.
Every investigation finds a more distressing situation, but on this island, we should continue to work hard to find a solution to this problem.
Starbucks in Kuala Lumpur opened the first sign language coffee shop in the world to create a friendly working environment for physically challenged people. Take a look and see you next time.